Do it. I say, let do it. Let do it. Let do it. Do it. Do it. What y'all is doing? Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Great people. How are y'all doing this morning? I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Welcome to A Word in the Wilderness, Bible Clarity, and a word from Spirit Nim. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope your Wednesday in this thing is starting off fantastic. Um, y'all, I feel good this morning. I ain't gonna lie. I feel good. I got up, got showered, all that good stuff. And man, so I feel like it's going to be a great and amazing day. I'm excited to see what the day is going to bring us. Great morning, honey, one. Great morning. How you doing, dearest one? I emailed you back for your face and the place name in the game. So I don't know what deck is going to go in yet, but once I have it, then I will send you the picture, the copy of whatever card is going to go on or what deck is going to go on. Y'all, when y'all come in, y'all know we started this yesterday and I think we're going to stick with it. Okay, getting the flow of abundance. When you come in, like the live, share the love. When you hit the door, drop something that you're grateful for. Bars, because I'm going to say it I'm going to say it for the other people. Everybody know what I said. They know that I had said, drop when you hit the door, say something that you're grateful for. Okay, we are in the flow of abundance, y'all. We're getting in the flow of abundance. So when you come in, like the live, share the love. Whether you come in when it's live, whether you come in on the replay, make sure you come in, like the live, share the love. Hit the door, say something you're grateful for. Okay, let's get in the flow of abundance early this morning, child. I need to put them glasses on. I don't even know where my glass. Here they go. OMG, y'all. I was laughing at myself yesterday because I said, child, I stayed trying to keep us in the book of Leviticus, don't it? I keep calling numbers the book of Leviticus. At the end of the live yesterday, I actually called. I was like, dang, I'm trying to go back to Leviticus. What's back there? We're not going back there. Good morning, Stacy K. Nim. Great morning, dearest one. We're not going back to Leviticus. Please, thank you, Lord, because we what? OMG. Leviticus was what? Who has time for that? So we in the book of Numbers. We in the book of Numbers. And so we're gonna get our message from Spirit Then. We're gonna pull some cards after we finish. What are we on? Numbers 5 and 6. Numbers 5 and 6. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. What are we grateful for this morning? Y'all know I'm trying to start putting y'all on the screen. Okay. I'm grateful for the strength he has given me to walk away from people and things that aren't meant to be on this journey with me. Come on, spirit. Okay. Come on, spirit. Listen, trying to tell you it's such a beautiful thing. And sometimes we be sad, y'all, because don't get me wrong. Like the Lord will tell you message. The Lord will tell you got to let some folks go so you can walk on this journey, right? So that you can, because there's some parts of this journey, sometimes people come in your life and they're only meant to be there temporarily. They're only meant to be there for a minute. Okay. Great and beautiful morning, Metro Now. What you guys doing? Y'all come in, like the live, share the love. Welcome to the community. Good morning, just be you. I'm so happy and so grateful y'all are here. Y'all come in, like the live, share the love. Drop something that you're grateful for, y'all. We doing some new things in this thing, right? So we want to get in the flow of abundance, positivity, positive energy. So drop something that you're grateful for in the chat when you come in, okay? When you come in, go ahead and say something that you're grateful for. It is a great and beautiful morning, y'all. Welcome to Bible Clarity. So if you new, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. What we doing? Today, we're in the book of Numbers. We're on Numbers chapters 5 and 6. Y'all know these going pretty fast because it's just a lot of lists. So it's not a lot to really going on, but we made a commitment to the Lord, right? We made a commitment to the Lord that we was going to read this Bible in its entirety, okay? In its entirety. So we are in the fourth book, y'all. Can you believe it? We are in the fourth book of the Torah, Numbers. And today we're going to do Numbers chapter 5 and 6. Then we're going to pull these cards and see what Spirit then want to talk about. What y'all said? It got a little warm in this thing. It got a little warm. So that's the plan, y'all. That's what we're doing. Y'all like the live, share the live, share the love. We're going to breeze through numbers, and then we're going to see what the word is today. I will tell y'all that last night, the Lord, when I was when I begin prepared and chopping it up with Padre God and spending time with him to kind of see what we're going to talk about for today, we were talking about gifts, y'all. We were talking about gifts. He has me reading right now. He has me in First Kings, right, reading about King Solomon. And last night when we were talking about gifts, or I was reading about King Solomon, I got all the way through the part about King Solomon, and but the part that I kind of focused in on, as crazy as it was when they were building the temple, right? When Solomon was building not only the temple for the Lord, which ended up being the new tabernacle, right? But also his own temple, his palace that he had. It took him 7 years to build the temple for the Lord, where the Lord was going to reside. And then it took him 13 years to build his own palace that he had. So, but it was this one particular person that he commissioned to do all the metal work. And it took me back, of course, to Leviticus, or to what was it, to Leviticus, when there was a very specific person, and even and that person was like to do a specific thing. And so one of the things the Lord was talking to me about. Good morning, Chris Curls. Good morning, honey. What's doing? One of the things that the Lord was talking to me about is sometimes we be tripping, right, y'all? This is why I tell y'all, don't think that everything, sometimes you may think a gift is not quote unquote spiritual, because we be looking at things like discernment. Well, come on, balloons. Y'all seen them balloons. What we celebrating? What? Give me some more balloons. Who did that? Well, we was turned up in this thing. Y'all seen them balloons, or was that just me on my screen? Anyway, I'm back. So, because I don't know, child. That's like them fireworks that had went off that one time, ain't it? Anyway, I'm back. We be thinking that every gift has to be like a spiritual gift, y'all. But you realize that your gifts are spiritual, because the Lord then gave you that gift. That particular man was so good with crafting metal. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, like he was just doing, like I was reading through that, said, child, this man knows something. He was doing some great, amazing things, but that was his gift. That was his talent, his abilities. So sometimes we be looking at like gifts like it's got to be spiritual. No, your gift is whatever the Lord that you do, and you doing it and doing it and doing it well. I said I was gonna tell LL Cool J. Shout out LL Cool J. I said I was gonna tell him that's that one little part where he be doing this little dance, and y'all, he's so fine. Anyway, I'm not covered in no other man, woman. I mean, no other woman, man, but you know, he know he look good. Anyway, I'm back. I said what I said. Listen, y'all come in, like the live, share the love. So whatever your gifts, your talents, your skills, your abilities are, whatever you do really, really well, the Lord will use that gift to be a blessing. So y'all better stop sitting on the stuff that you good at, child. It ain't got to be no ministry or reading tarot or any of that kind of stuff. Whatever you're good at, that's your gift. You may be good at grading papers, child. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what your gifts are. You know what you good at. So focus in on that. Okay. Y'all drop something in the chat that you're grateful for this morning. Let's get in the flow of abundance. We are in the book of Numbers. Oh, let's do it. Hey, what else do I want to say? Oh, okay. Before we get started in the book of Numbers, y'all, make sure you get your digital downloads or your physical copies of the Message ClariTEA Tarot and Oracle cards. Okay, they are available in the Etsy shop. I even put the link in the. I think it's in the chat, but I think it only showed up on YouTube. But anyway, get your digital copies. If you already have one, any one of them, please make sure that you drop me a review. If you see anything that you think I can correct, send that to me in an email. Get on the email list anyway, because I'm giving out some copies. I'm giving out 2 copies of the Message ClariTEA Tarot and Oracle cards this weekend on Sunday. So make sure you can only win if you're in the building. Let me just, well, I'm not going to do that. No. If you win, you win. I was gonna do got to be present to win, but I ain't gonna do that. Get on the email list, 336tarot and oracle at gmail.com, 336tarot and oracle at gmail.com. Chris Curl says, I'm grateful for all gifts given to me from the Lord. Period. And is okay. Yes, we are. We are grateful for everything that the Lord gives us, right? Everything he gives us, y'all. We have so much to be grateful for every single day. And y'all know gratitude, like gratitude is my thing. Like I just am in this season of my life. I'm so grateful for everything, every experience, every opportunity, every blessing. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who show up and support me on this live every day as I'm learning how to do what the Lord has purposed me to do. Just Be You says, I'm grateful for God giving us life, love, my family, and our health. Also, for giving me the strength to keep my joy no matter what. I posted on Facebook this morning an Instagram message, and I said, listen, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you really do got to push through, right? You got to push through. So keep pushing, y'all. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Sometimes it's a little difficult. Sometimes it's challenging, but we got to get up and we got to keep pushing anyway. So thank you very much, Lord, for every gift, for every blessing. Thank you for waking us up and giving us another day to serve you, Lord. We come to you this morning as humbly as we know how, as we get ready to read the word, discuss the word, and build relationship with you. We are so truly grateful for every way that you bless us in our lives. We ask you, Lord, that you show up in a mighty way, be a blessing to us in everything that we do today, everything that we put our hands to. Bless it abundantly. Bless everyone who is going to be a blessing to us today with their tea, their time, effort, and energy. Give us the strength that we need in order to succeed today. And we pray all of this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen, amen, amen. All to do it. Quick, I don't know. That's what I felt in my spiritual. So that's that on that. Y'all, all to do it. We're gonna breeze through numbers 5 and 6, numbers 5 and 6, and then we are going to jump into the word. We ain't got much at all today, y'all, because this is just like a lot of lists and things that we're going through. So I told y'all about the community. Make sure, oh, no. Let me finish this before we'll talk about it in a second. I'm excited because y'all, even though numbers is boring, it is. Love you, Lord, but it's boring. And we not probably not gonna come back here. I'm just saying this is not gonna be one of the chapters of the word that we come back to. But it is so exciting, y'all, because this is them getting prepared to go to the promised land. It's the preparation before the promise. And so they're preparing to actually go to the promised land. So I'm excited. Because y'all know I feel like I'm walking it out with Padre God in this part of the word. I feel like I had a test yesterday, y'all, to see. I passed. I hope. I think. I don't be knowing. I be looking at stuff and be like, I was like, I'm not gonna do it this time because I almost did, but I was like, man, I'm gonna have to find another way. And I had to ask the Lord, like, Daddy, give me another way to make something happen. So, child, we is going to the promised land. We is claiming it. We are claiming restoration. We are claiming new beginnings. Like we are not repeating old cycles and patterns. We gonna stay where the Lord told us to be, and that's it. And we're gonna be obedient and we're gonna move when he tells us to move. And I felt like yesterday I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to go. And it's so crazy because I feel like this is like a repeat from just October, y'all. Tell y'all, even me, y'all know I'm transparent when I feel like I done messed some stuff up. And I feel like I messed up last year at the end of the year. Instead of me keeping my behind here where he told me to be at, message. Daddy, why you hadn't handed me on? Well, I had asked for forgiveness and stuff, and asked you to forgive me because I know that I had messed up. See, when you mess up, just don't feel no type of way. Just be like, Daddy, I'm just. Please forgive me. I ain't gonna always get it right. I be messing up. I had messed up. How I messed up? I messed up because I went to San Diego and I wasn't supposed to. Sab, what is happening? Great morning, great morning, great morning. Let's see what you got going on. What we grateful for this morning? Drop something in the chat you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my breakfast and your live. Eat up. Their goodness. I'm grateful for you as well. What you having for breakfast, child? Give me some. Never mind. I don't want breakfast. I don't really eat it. I have bread. I have coffee for breakfast. But thank you anyway. I'm so truly grateful. Okay, I'm so truly grateful. So thank you for tapping in. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, tapping in with me this morning as we are stepping into Numbers chapter 5 and 6. Um, don't feel bad, y'all, if you make a misstep, because we all gonna do it, and the Lord knows we still learning how to listen. We're still learning how to be obedient. So don't feel bad if you mess up, if you take a detour. I took a couple of them last year, especially at the end of the year after I hadn't got back to California. So I took a couple detours, but I asked for forgiveness, but I tell you what, it taught me some things. I bet you it's some things I won't do no more. I bet one, like a couple of lessons. Ooh, baby, I'm talking about I learned them. I learned them, and you ain't never got to worry about me repeating those. So I felt like yesterday I kind of had a test, and I feel like I have a couple of them, but we gonna pass them with flying colors. Flying colors, flying colors. So just know you gonna pass. Then I'm be keeping the buckles with you. Like most of the time, I don't know what the test be. I just be praying I be doing the right things, y'all. Anyway, I'm back. Let's do it. Let's get through this, and then we're gonna hop into the messages from Spirit Dim. Hey, mama, y'all. My mama come. She was coming through a lot yesterday, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Purity in Israel's camp. We're not gonna really recap. It ain't. He was talking. So basically, in Numbers chapter 3 and 4 that we read yesterday, y'all, the Lord has taken the Levites as his own, as a replacement for the firstborns. That goes back to Exodus and Passover, right? And so he's taken the Levites, and basically he has made them facilities and maintenance. Okay, facilities and maintenance. They the cleanup crew. Okay, they're the ones who are going to be responsible for the tabernacle. Now they're not going to be going in the tabernacle. Only Aaron and the high priest, like the high priest and Moses, can really do that, but they're responsible for transporting it, cleaning it. Like that's the duties. They got their duties and responsibilities yesterday. So that's what we talked about. Now we finna talk about purity in Israel's camp, and let's see what's happening. Y'all like the live, share the live, share the love, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Okay, get in the flow of abundance. Oh, let's do it. Okay. Purity in Israel's camp. The Lord gave these instructions to Moses: command the people of Israel to remove from the camp anyone who has a skin disease or a discharge, or who has become ceremonially unclean by touching a dead person. This command applies to men and women alike. Remove them so they will not defile the camp in which I live among them. So the Israelites did as the Lord had commanded Moses and removed such people from the camp. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. If any of the people, men or women, betray the Lord by doing wrong to another person, they are guilty. They must confess their sins. See, telling y'all, and make full restitution for what they have done, adding an additional 20% and returning it to the person who was wronged. But if the person who was wronged is dead, and there, okay, and there are no near relatives to whom restitution can be made, the payment belongs to the Lord and must be given to the priest. Those who are guilty must also bring a ram as a sacrifice, and they will be purified and made right with the Lord. All the sacred offerings that the Israelites bring to a priest will belong to him. Each priest may keep all the sacred donations that he receives. Okay. So I don't know if this is really considered tithing or not, or just, making sure that I guess the priests are taken care of. I don't know. Good morning, Sandy Nim. Good morning, honey bunny. Like the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Okay. Protecting marital faithfulness. Don't get out there giving your credentials to nobody. That's what this says in a nutshell. Okay. And the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. Pause before I even get started. Y'all stop cutting up, because y'all is up here talking about these people. Yeah, it's a lot of them, but that don't mean they're supposed to be going to give their credentials to nobody else, child. Lord, y'all is foolish. No, they wouldn't. Look, this says, well, they's talking about it must have been some things going on in this little Israelite camp, them child. They had to get right in their spirituals. I cannot. Suppose a man's wife, wait a minute. Now, we done already talked about this. Why it always got to be the woman that goes astray? Why it always got to be the fault of the woman? Suppose a man's wife goes astray. What about if he go give his credentials away and she is unfaithful to her husband and has said, see, look, they knew something. They knew, y'all knew I was gonna cut up on this part of you knew it. Okay, I'm back. Grateful for this beautiful day and glad. Let me put you on the screen if I can do it. Sandy said, I'm back. Grateful for this beautiful day and glad to be in it. Absolutely, dearest one. Absolutely. Aren't we all? Okay, so listen. If a woman goes astray and she is unfaithful to her husband and has sex with another man, but neither her husband nor anyone else knows about it. Lord, y'all is talking about strumpets in the word. They were strumpeting in the word, y'all. She was a strumpet. You know, men can be strumpets too, right, Lord? I was just saying, pause. Okay, I'm back. Listen. Welcome to the community. If you are new, we are so happy and so grateful that you are here. But listen here, we are here to read the word, discuss the word, and build a relationship with the Lord. If you got any religiosity in your spirituals, this might not be the Bible study for you because sometimes spirit and them be cutting up. I'm just putting it out there. They be cutting up. And so you just never know what you're going to get over here. So I just want to be preparing folks because, we be talking. We going to say what we going to say about this here word. We going to say it. And somebody was trumpeting. They was putting their credentials in the streets. Now, we finna see what this says because they talking about, but neither her husband but neither her husband nor anyone else knows about it. She has defiled herself, even though there was no witness and she was not caught in the act. If her husband becomes jealous and is suspicious of his wife and needs to know whether or not she has defiled herself, the husband must bring his wife to the priest. Now, y'all know he must also bring an offering. This better come down to the point where the man then got beside himself. Y'all make me sick on my spirituals. Y'all always talking about like the woman, the only one. Why the woman got to be promiscuous? Why the man, woman, what child? These little people them in the patriarch. I know it was a patriarchal society, but they getting on my nervous system because they always talking about the woman. And it be don't think what they think men don't go stick their credentials in the wrong crack and crevice. Baby, I'm sorry, y'all. I had a moment, didn't it? Considers it adultery when the woman, you know what I'm talking about? Child, I'm sorry. I had got triggered, did it? Because they always trying to act like only women be adulterous and stuff. Y'all is getting so excuse me, spirit them, ancestor them, and Israelites them. Y'all is getting on my nervous system with all this patriarchy and stuff. I just thought I should tell y'all. Thank you, Lord. We don't live like that no more. Okay, I'm back. He must also bring an offering of 2 quarts of barley flour to be presented on her behalf. Do not mix it with olive oil or frankincense, for it is a jealousy offering, an offering to prove whether or not she is guilty. How he gonna tell that woman what she did with her credentials? How the Lord going because the Lord gonna tell that you was gonna tell it. Okay, well you could tell it. The priest will then present her to stand trial before the Lord. Okay. He must take some holy water in a clay jar and pour into it dust he has taken from the tabernacle floor. Y'all. Well, let me finish reading before I say that sentence. When the priest has presented the woman before the Lord, he must unbind her hair and place in her hands the offering of proof Child, this sounds like magic to me. Y'all think it's a game if y'all want to. Where y'all think magic and spells and all this kind of stuff come from? You read this Bible, you gonna see the last time we read about them taking the chicken, the bird, and tying it up and sprinkling and dipping it in blood and sprinkling it on stuff and stuff. And now this woman then came and she had to put this, they done took some dirt, some dust from the tabernacle floor. She has to unbind her hair for what? I don't know. Place it in her hands, the offering of proof, the jealousy offering, to determine whether her husband's suspicions are justified. The priest will stand before her holding the jar of bitter water that brings a curse to those who are to those who are guilty. The priest will then put the woman under oath and say to her, if no other man has had sex with you and you have not gone astray and defiled yourself while under your husband's authority, may you be immune from the effects of this bitter water. Told y'all. I told y'all. Y'all think the Bible, and then they talking about divination is a crime. Y'all better shut the front Bible of this bitter water that brings on the curse. But if you have gone astray by being unfaithful to your husband and have defiled yourself by having sex with another man, at this point, the priest must put the woman under oath by saying, may the people know that the Lord's curse is upon you when he makes you infertile, causing your womb to shrivel and your abdomen to swell. Now, may this water that brings the curse, told y'all, into your body and cause your abdomen to swell and your womb to shrivel. And the woman will be required to say, yes, let it be so. And the priest will write these curses on a piece of leather and wash them off into the bitter water. Child, this sounds like parchment. When you write stuff on parchment, y'all better find, want to know where the origins of stuff comes from. The Bible. The Bible. That's where it comes from. He will make the women drink the bitter water. He will make the woman drink the bitter water that brings on the curse. When the water enters her body, it will cause bitter suffering if she is guilty. The priest will take the jealousy offering from the woman's hand, lift it up before the Lord, and carry it to the altar. He will take a handful of the flour as a token portion and burn it on the altar, and he will require the woman to drink the water. If she has defiled herself by being unfaithful to her husband, the water that brings on the curse will cause bitter suffering. Her abdomen will swell and her womb will shrink, and her name will become a curse amongst her people. But if she has not defiled herself and is pure, then she will be unharmed and will still be able to have children. Y'all, this is the ritual law for dealing with suspicion. If a woman goes astray and defiles herself while under her husband's authority, or if a man becomes jealous and is suspicious that his wife has been unfaithful, the husband must present his wife before the Lord, and the priest will apply this entire ritual law to her. The husband will be innocent of any guilt in this matter, but his wife will be held accountable for her sin. Y'all, I just cannot even with the spirit NIMS today. A mess. And nope, it don't talk about nothing about the men. I guess they could just go around slanging community credentials to everybody, huh? That's what we call it these days, community D. Just the community D. It's for the streets. It's for everybody. They could just go. They was for the streets. The men folk. I said what I said. They was for the streets, but they trying to talk about women's was strumpets. Y'all get on my nervous system. Now the men was out there that you jealous because now you mad because the woman that said, well, if you could do it, I can do it too. We got rights and stuff. Don't think you just gonna be out there giving it away, and I just got to sit here. Child, please, what? I'm bad. My bad. I was triggered, wasn't it? They act like, child, they act like these little men folks was just the holier than thou kind of people them and wouldn't. Anyway, that's the problem with patriarchal societies. I said what I said. I'm back. Nazarite laws. Okay. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. If any of the people, either men or women, take the special vow of a Nazirite, setting themselves apart to the Lord in a special way, they must give up wine and other alcoholic drinks. Like forever wine. I like wine, y'all. I don't drink it very often, but every now and again I like a good glass of Merlot, and other alcoholic drinks. Of course, the most famous Nazarite is John the Baptist. Okay, and also Paul. I've learned that in my studies as well. I knew about John the Baptist. I did not know about Paul, but when I did the research, Paul actually took the Nazarite vow as well. They must not use vinegar made from wine or from other alcoholic drinks. They must not drink fresh grape juice. They must not eat anything in any grapes or raisins, nothing off the vine. As long as they are bound by their Nazarite vow, they are not allowed to eat or drink anything that comes from a grapevine, not even the grape seeds or skins. They must never cut their hair throughout the time of their vow, for they are holy and set apart to the Lord. Until the time their vow has been fulfilled, they must let their hair grow long, and they must not go near a dead body during the entire period of their vow to the Lord. Even if the dead person is their own father, mother, brother, or sister, they must not defile themselves, for the hair on their head is the symbol of their separation to God. This requirement applies as long as they are set apart to the Lord. If someone falls dead beside them, the hair they have dedicated will be defiled. They must wait for 7 days and then shave their heads. Then they will be cleansed from their defilement. On the 8th day, they must bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest at the entrance of the tabernacle. The priest will offer one of the birds for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. In this way, he will purify them from the guilt they incurred through contact with the dead body. Then they must reaffirm their commitment to their hair and let their hair begin to grow again. The days of their vow that were completed before their defilement no longer count. They must rededicate themselves to the Lord as a Nazarite for the full term of their vow, and each must bring a 1-year-old male lamb for a guilt offering. This is the ritual for ritual law for Nazarites. At the conclusion of their time of separation as Nazarites, they must each go to the entrance of the tabernacle and offer their sacrifices to the Lord. A 1-year-old male lamb without defect for a burnt offering, a 1-year-old female lamb without defect for a sin offering, a ram without defect for a peace offering, a basket of bread made without yeast, cakes of choice flour mixed with olive oil and wafers spread with olive oil, along with their prescribed offerings and liquid offerings. The priest will present these offerings before the Lord. First the sin offering and the burnt offering, then the ram for a peace offering, along with the basket of bread made without yeast. The priest must also present the prescribed grain offering and liquid offering to the Lord. Then the Nazarites will shave their heads at the entrance of the tabernacle. They will take the hair that they had been dedicated and place it on the fire beneath the peace offering sacrifice. After the Nazarite's head has been shaved, the priest will take each of them the boiled shoulder of the ram, and he will take from the basket a cake and a wafer made without yeast. He will put them all into the Nazarite's hand. Then the priest will lift them up as a special offering before the Lord. These are holy portions for the priest, along with the breast of the special offering and the thigh of the sacred offering that are lifted up before the Lord. After this ceremony, the Nazarites may drink wine. This is the ritual law of the Nazarites vow to bring these offerings to the Lord. They may also bring additional offerings if they can afford it, and they must be careful to do whatever they vowed when they set themselves apart as Nazarites. The priestly blessing. Why is this so separate? Okay. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron and his sons to bless the people of Israel with this special blessing. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you peace. Whenever Aaron and his sons bless the people of Israel in my name, I myself will bless them. Amen. The end. Okay. That was it, y'all. I was like, why? This is actually highlighted in my Bible. And I was like, why is this highlighted in my Bible? But it's because that part, that priestly blessing, is actually in one of, I got to go find it. I don't know which one. I think it's in A Word in the Wilderness. I'm gonna have to remember to go do that. But I put it on one of the Message ClariTEA Tarot and Oracle cards. I'm pretty sure it's on A Word in the Wilderness, but I'm gonna have to find it so I can put it um on my screen in my downloads. All to do it. That's it, y'all. That is it. That was interesting. That was, yeah, because y'all be stressing me out because they only be thinking about the little, like acting like women are just so immoral and so. And I was reading about that. I was reading it yesterday. I was reading in the book of Proverbs, and it's always talking about the immoral woman and like, but Solomon up here has 700 wives, and it's always talking about like your men don't be out there anyway. I guess I'm a little biased, huh? Because I'm a woman, and y'all, yeah, but y'all don't be doing right. Anyway, I'm back. That's it, y'all. That is it for numbers 5 and 6. That's it for numbers 5 and 6. Very interesting read. Feel free to go back and reread it, okay, and get your own revelation if you so desire to do that. All to do it. Let's get to it. Let's get a word from Spirit Neum. As we're talking about gifts, just like the Nazarites, the one of the, I guess you could consider it a gift that they dedicated themselves to the Lord. They were like set apart, set apart. And of course, the most famous Nazarite that we can immediately think of is John the Baptist. He lived out there in the wild, eating bees and honey and locusts, and not bees, locusts and all that. Child, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Love you, Lord, but I ain't gonna be able to do it. Anyway, all to do it. Y'all like the live, share the love. If you have not already, make sure that you drop something that you're grateful for in the chat. We getting in the flow of abundance. All to do it. What y'all want to pull today? I don't have that much stuff out here right now. I put all my cards up in the back, y'all. I put them. What? What y'all want? Message? Y'all want to give some messages? Let me see if I can reach them, child. I'm not gonna be. Well, all they do it. They said they got some messages, so we gonna see what Spirit Neum want to help us with this today. We gonna use messages from the ancestors, child. That's what we gonna do. Hello, great arts. How you doing, honey? I don't know. That's just what I. Thank you so much for the likes, dearest one. All to do it. What's at the bottom of the deck? Why revisit old regrets? How many of these y'all want for today? Y'all like the live, share, love. Did I say that already? I don't remember. Let's see what Spirit didn't want to talk about today. What y'all said? Message? Oh, we know. Oh, y'all, yeah, y'all coming through with full support. And Memphis, y'all coming through. They would, what? Cause somebody didn't, cause not cojones. Who's Well, I can't say nothing because that sounds like my Uncle John. But they said somebody then said, look, we don't care who like what about us. Somebody then why are y'all like this? Somebody is not afraid to show up and be who you are unapologetically. I'm gonna say it the nice way, because y'all talking about people grabbing. We didn't talk enough about people them credentials today in Numbers chapter 5. Okay, so this is they said it's like you being willing to just put yourself out there, be what's the word y'all just said, eccentric. Period. Don't try anyway. It is what it is. What's up? Who gonna check you? Okay, y'all know that's a card and one in the message oracle deck we finna get ready to use. Who gonna check you about being you? Can't nobody tell you what to do. Bars? That was bars. What y'all want to talk about? All to do it. Here we go. Look, first message. Boom. All to do it. Every life event has value. Every life event has value. Okay. No life experience, be it a relationship, an endeavor, or study, is ever wasted. Every experience is a gift, y'all. No matter what we go through, we can learn something from it. Message. And a lot of us are at a point where we have learned some things, and y'all know we in the season of graduation. Assure the ancestors every road traveled and each emotion felt has formed the uniqueness. Told y'all, eccentric has formed the uniqueness of who we are now. And Jamila, when you just talking about like the people that you, when we talking about this at the beginning of the live, like understanding that everybody you learn from an experience, you learn from dealing with a person. So this your spirit names coming through. Like, listen, don't be upset. Sometimes it's hard to let go of folks. Before we pulled any cards, we started off talking about the experiences that we have and how they help us. They help us to cultivate our experience. They help us to know what we don't want to go through. We're grateful for it, though. We release it with love, light, and healing energy. We are grateful for whatever it is that we had to go through because it taught us some things. For a lot of us, it'll teach us about ourselves, 4044, but it'll also teach us about other people as well. So this is the thing, like you just got to be grateful for going through it, child. Be grateful for having it. Y'all, they said I got, let me put my glasses on. Hopefully I'll be able to see. I don't, let me see, because they said I'm gonna have to give some numbers today. Y'all, I can't hardly see that, child. Okay. Well, we gonna have to try to make it work because they said I'm gonna have some numbers because when I go back and watch these, y'all, I'll be looking up the numbers that they give. I've been getting this number 916 so much, y'all, and I cannot make it up. I randomly went somewhere yesterday. So 916 may be a number that some of you are seeing. I've been getting that number a lot. And so yesterday, y'all, true story. I was sitting and there was a beach house that was like these condos that were sitting next to me, right? And so me, y'all know I don't know why, come on, Lord, we received this because it's all about, and I made a video because I went to the mall yesterday and because I needed to walk around and do my walk for the day. And so I just went to the mall and I was hanging out and and this is speaking to experiences, right? Left there, went down to the beach and was hanging out, chopping it up with Padre God. And there was a beach house next to me. And I was giving gratitude because I'm so grateful for the Lord transitioning me from one environment to an environment where I see myself living. And so I was visualizing myself having like one of these great beach house apartments where I'm able to sit outside on the balcony and just wake up to the waves and all that kind of stuff. And so I was like, well, let me just see what the address is on this place. So I looked up the one that was on my left, but of course there was one on my right as well. And y'all, I kid you not, when I was like, you know how on maps, if you have an iPhone, I don't know about Samsung, you could take the binoculars and move it to different places. Y'all, why the building on my right was the street address for the building was 916. Y'all, I was so tripped out. I journaled about it. I was just like, OMG, because the last time I got the number 916 was on, what day is this? It was on the 10th. And I wrote it and I was like, okay, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with this, but it was a day. Matter of fact, that was the new moon in Pisces because the 10th was the new moon in Pisces. And I was like, well, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with that. So anyway, but I was like, well, that's an experience. I was like, okay, well, I'll take that because it was also confirmation for me that when I release the old experiences in my life, the Lord will put you in new environments around new people to have new experiences. But we have to let go of something in order to make room. So every life event, every release, every let go, every step. Look, the ancestor DM. There's a book on here. Hearts. Look at this door. Y'all, why the door ain't even sitting on anything? It's just like up in the air. It's all culture. It all message. It all made you who you are. And the ancestors now wants you to know that. Like there's value in it. Okay. Once trick, wait a minute. I got to put them on the screen so I can see them, y'all. in interaction with people in the past that once triggered me, and it made me face my ugly truths. I'm grateful for the lessons. Period. Let me tell you, baby, we don't things, and that's a true story, y'all. I'm so that's something to be grateful for, because ooh, no, that's too many. Even if like, let's say the Lord has spoken something into your spirituals about someone, right? Um, that the Lord has strengthened me so much, and there's so much forgiveness in my heart, y'all, that I can still interact with people who have done me wrong. Now, I don't have to be nice to you. I don't want to say it like that. That sounded mean, do it. How do I say this? Because I keep it a buckles with y'all. There's sometimes there are people you gonna know I don't care for you, and the thing about it is because I don't like the way you move, and I don't if I don't just but I'm not gonna be mean to you, but don't think that just if I know what you've done. Please don't get it twisted. No, I'm not gonna sit up and key with you. Why? Because I know your spirit, and so I'm very good, baby. I'll act like you are non-existent on this earth. I don't have any hatred for you. You don't trigger me anymore. But please don't think that I have anything to say to you. I don't. And I will make you know that I'm not interested in having any conversation, relationship, none of that. Come on, we heard your prayer. Like I'm serious about that. So I can be cordial to people, or I can just ignore you, because this is the thing. Don't keep coming around me, because now you're being intentional about what you're doing. And that's the part that'll trigger me. And I just have to, I just be like, okay, Lord, just give me the strength to overcome it, because then it becomes intentional what you're doing. And we'll have time for that. So pray to the Lord. Okay, look, your prayers, because the Lord will reveal people to you so that you know who you're dealing with. But then it just doesn't trigger you anymore. You just be like, oh, okay, you it doesn't bother you. And that's how you know you've healed from something. I'm so grateful, Lord. Thank you so much for healing. I'm so grateful for healing, y'all, because back in the gap, I got triggered yesterday, y'all. I did. And I did. My mouth and I had channeled my inner Dennis. I did. I channeled my inner Dennis yesterday, baby. Before I knew it, I had then I was like, I had to say, I'm sorry, Daddy. I still say some cuss words, y'all. I don't cuss very often, but when I do, when I do, oh, okay. I am who I am. I ain't never pretended to be anyone but who I am, and the Lord loves me. Okay, and so before I knew it, I had hold up, because I don't play about the little children. I don't play about them. Okay, so I was like, my bad, Daddy. I had got so some things are still triggering me, but like people. Now I'm big on forgiveness, because I don't have time to hold on to that kind of energy, child. I got to make room for abundance. We have heard your prayers. Okay. Thank y'all. We received that. And there go my mama. Y'all, didn't I just say I was channeling my inner Danis? That's my mama, y'all. Her name is Danis. And so, number 19, I'm telling y'all, I was. Girl, mama. Well, Mama, I told you yesterday that you can't be cutting up like that. I feel like it wasn't even my energy. I feel like it was my mama energy, because I wasn't even that mad. But Mama, you had got mad real quick. Well, you can't be doing that. You got to go. Well, why you don't go tell the little people now? Anyway, I'm back. Spirit Nim have heard your prayers. You asked for a miracle. My God, we receive it. You asked for a miracle, and we have noted your request. Okay. Now step aside to allow divine intervention and us to create the mighty work inspired by love. So says Spirit Nim. Okay. The Lord has heard you. Your angels, they're very specific angels, but your angels have heard what you've said. They've heard what you've asked for. They've heard and look what else fell out. You are doing your best, number 18 as well. So the Lord hears your prayers, right? Look, I speak in cursive from time to time. Okay, a lot. I'm a work in progress. Look, was that yesterday we were speaking in cursive, child? I know I was yesterday. That's probably why, because it was yesterday. It sure was. Be proud. You're doing your best. Look at your spirit team behind you as you taking on the world, as you're conquering and overcoming, right? If your hyperactive sense of responsibility has worn you out, just know that this is simply a wake-up call to let you know that you cannot save the world single-handedly, okay? Who out there trying to do too much? Who is trying to be cap and save them for too many people? You can't save everybody, okay? And you can't do it for everybody either. We have to learn how, like, you, some of y'all have too much response. What they trying to get, what y'all said, it might be some responsibilities that you need to let somebody else have. You can't take on the world. Child, look at how dry this is. Look how dry it is out here. In the whole little, it's like a desert, but it's still a flower growing. Y'all see that? So the Lord can, come on, did what y'all said, rivers in the wilderness, rivers in the dry land, in the wasteland, something like that. They just said the Lord will do it. He will. I'm telling y'all, that's that wilderness season where you feel like nothing will grow, nothing can happen, and the Lord will come through and just make a way out of no way. Lord, I'm so grateful. Y'all just have no idea. I'm so grateful. One more. So this what they helping y'all with it, in helping you to release experiences with love, light, healing energy, with forgiveness, with thanksgiving, with gratitude, because you learned something from it. They want you to know we hear you, we heard you, we're helping you, we're moving things behind the scenes. The Lord has given his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. So don't ever think you out here thugging it out in this wilderness season by yourself. You're not. If you want, you have a head message. Come on, Lord. You have a hedge of protection around you, and the Lord, he really does give you a whole team to fight for you, and they showing up in these cards. And they want, some of you, they're coming through and they're wanting to give you this comfort and reassurance that you're doing the best that you can, and your best is all you can do sometimes. So as long as you're doing that, then you're doing as much, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Somebody might need to take some responsibilities that are not necessarily yours. You can't take on everybody else's problems, especially when you're still trying to figure out your own way, okay? So don't take on more than you feel like you can handle. What's the last one, y'all? That's giving a little bit of, that's the moon card. That's mama energy too. So judgment energy coming through on this card as well. The world. Some of y'all are just, this is that surrender season, y'all. I'm telling y'all know we big on surrender right now, and just letting the Lord do what he gonna do, child, because I ain't got no answers. I told him that just last night. This is two cards. This says you are doing your best and you did your best as well. Number 27, cease beating yourself up over what you feel are dreadful mistakes. We're not just talking about the Lord forgiving us for the things, the mistakes that we've made. Rather, see the situation as we do, that in being aware of your errors, the lessons are learned, never requiring to be repeated. So y'all got a word today, didn't it? Y'all meant that in y'all spirituals. Cause baby, they like, look, I received that. If you didn't had to take some detours, telling y'all message before we got started, we talked about this. If you have made some mistakes, if you've had to take some detours, if you have because and that's crazy because I just got done talking about this, right? If you've had to restart, take a do-over, go in a new direction, go back. Sometimes we drop Padre God off and we got to go back and pick him up wherever we left him. So we got to turn around and be like, message. You're welcome, Chris. You are welcome. Thanks for the shout out. I don't even know what that was. What did this say? Come on, victorious. Thank you, Chris Martin. I don't know what your message said, but thank you, honey. Y'all know I'll be shouting y'all out if y'all notifications come through on the live. So shout out to Chris Martin. I don't know what it said, but I'll look at it a little bit. Like you hadn't won it, victorious, okay? Victoria says, beating your competition enemies, overcoming obstacles, success, and power, okay? Success and power, baby. Somebody, this is you. I got the victory, period. I got the victory. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or going to accomplish, success and power is yours. Some of you are taking the step, moving into this new successful season. Child, you got to claim that. You got to claim it and believe it. Every road traveled, everything that you've gone through is leading you to victory. We don't really compete. Competition happens at the bottom. We collaborate over here because we stepping up. We're step up from the rest. So we don't compete. We collab. So some of you may, like, I don't know, maybe you've beat out, maybe you are battling yourself. You should be your only competition anyway, making sure that you're being a better version of yourself than you were the previous day. What y'all said? Somebody finna get something granted that you've been, y'all. I tell you, the Lord, I can't make this up. We have knowledge that came out next, okay? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Gift of knowledge to inform others, studying, learning to know ancient wisdom. I cannot make this up, y'all. The Lord literally talking to me and having me read like First Kings and there was something very specific that led me to First Kings yesterday. And I'm gonna talk about that. Well, yeah. Okay, so some of you, oh, that's what that goes with. Okay, this is about your prayers. This is also about your imagination and you believing in dreaming. So the other day, let me tell y'all, when was this? Day before? Nope, this was yesterday. No, night before last. I was laying and I was talking to the Lord, and I was kind of just sitting and thinking about the fact that I had a fairly rough childhood, y'all. I grew up pretty rough, right? My childhood was rough. Um, and so as a kid, like, I never had birthday parties. I didn't spend a lot of time. I tell you what prompted it. Shout out to Viola Davis because she has a Barbie doll that is her likeness. And I happened to see it. I shared it first on my Facebook page that they had said they wanted to do it. Then I ended up seeing it night before last, actually seeing the doll that they created in her likeness. So shout out to Viola Davis for that. And so her caption said something to the effect of, little 6-year-old Viola is like, so she was like so excited, and she was like, older Viola is proud. And so I was just like, man, that's beautiful. And so, but as I was laying there that night and I was getting ready to go to bed, I was like, well, I was like, man, I started thinking about my own childhood and how I really didn't have a childhood per se, because we lived rough, y'all. Like, it was hard. My mama, she struggled with me, having me and my sister. So from my time between, being a baby up until like 10 years old, like, my mama struggled. We were poor. She was barely able to make it. Family wasn't always the greatest, like, my mama was kind of like the black sheep. And so she had it rough. And so we had it rough as a result of that, me and my sister. And it wasn't until she met my dad when I think I was 10. So right around 19 or almost 10. So 1988, 1989, when things started to, get a little better for us. But up in that little time frame between, I'll say, like 3 and 9, right? When you really imagine and grow and you start thinking about, like, oh, what do you aspire to be? Well, all of that led me, as I was looking at her in this doll, I was like, Lord, I was like, I don't really know what I dream to be. Like, unfortunately grew up in an environment, and some of you may or may not relate to this, where imagination wasn't encouraged. Like, you weren't encouraged to dream. You weren't encouraged to believe that you can be anything. Like, my family, we never thought we could do anything, be anything, or have anything. So imagination wasn't something that was encouraged. And so as I was laying there and I was just, there are different things that I aspire to have. Well, all of that led me to, like, well, what do I dream of becoming? Like, what do you want to have? And I'm looking at this same beach house that night, y'all, and I'm just like, OMG, it's hard. So that's why it's so hard for a lot of us older people to imagine and dream, because a lot of us didn't have that opportunity. Like, I really didn't have a childhood worth remembering. I grew up difficult. And so I had that moment. And so then the next morning I was journaling, and the Lord asked me, what do I want now? And so I wrote a very specific sentence, but I still didn't even put it in the frame of like my little girl self, like little Latoya, um, my inner child. I was like, no, it's still an as a dream that grown touche wants to have. And so that led me to Kings, right? Hey, Mona and them. So that led me, that's how I ended up going to First Kings yesterday, and just dreaming and started dreaming. And so the Lord, like, he literally called me yesterday. He was like, I want you to just start imagining things that you want, right? And imagining. And so he's leading me to this, because that is part of wisdom. Your imagination is part of wisdom, because if you can imagine having something, then the Lord can provide you the wisdom to have that thing. I hope that makes sense, y'all, because what part of what I wrote, and why I always ask for wisdom from the Lord, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The wisdom, Lord, grant me the wisdom, the courage, the wisdom, and the understanding to do the things you put me here to do. Help me to lead, guide, and serve in a way that pleases you. And so the Lord, that's why he's giving me both of these. We're hearing your prayers, because the things that you're asking for are things that you imagine yourself having. The knowledge is understanding that you can, and the wisdom is that knowing and understanding that you can have those things, and the Lord will bless you with those things. So some of you may be praying for knowledge, understanding. Some of you may need to learn how to dream and imagine again, that you can actually have things, that there's nothing that's off limits. um I don't know. Well, kind of feels like y'all went all the way around the world with that story, but it's all about like dreaming and imagining, and just letting that little kid inside of you be willing to just think, even if it sounds crazy, just believing that you can have things that sound like they're off the wall, like things that are, you know what I'm saying, that are off limits. And so for some of you, that's the knowledge that the Lord is giving you. It's like you can dream. It's not crazy, because some of us, we didn't have the opportunity to do that. And so we're having to, how hard it is to teach yourself as an adult who has experienced life, who has gone through so many things, that now our imagination is biased, because we can't, it's hard for us to see past things, because we know in the physical how hard it is to make something happen. And so for some of us, he's teaching us how to dream again, how to believe that you can have what seems impossible. I looked at those beach houses and all these different places that I've been visiting, and I'm just like, man, look how they're living. And but I'm telling myself that I can have it too, right? No matter, no, yes, we think money is an issue. Money is never an issue for us anymore. And for some of us, that is the wisdom that the Lord is imparting. He's given us the wisdom to create wealth. This goes back to the original thing about when we're talking about gifts, right? Whatever your gift is, whatever your talent is, there is some, oh, come on, Lord, there is something inside of you that the Lord wants you to express, that he wants you to use, because that is going to be the thing that opens you up and expands you, and actually brings in actual wealth. There's nothing that we can't have, y'all. We just have to believe it. And yes, as adults, it's hard for us to believe in impossible things, but believe in the impossible. No matter how crazy it sounds, no matter, I tell y'all, I do stuff, y'all think it's a game. Like, I literally do things and put myself in the mindset, the environment. It's like even the notifications that come through on my phone, y'all, the emails, like the kinds of the people I want to have relationships with. And I'm giving y'all these things so you can, these are practical things to start helping you to build and cultivate the life you truly want. Go to the mall and walk. I walked into a furniture store yesterday, y'all, and I really didn't like the furniture in there, but it also, like, I was just in a pair of tights and you know what I'm saying, my jacket. But it was kind of crazy. The woman, anytime you go into a store, most times the people will come up to you and be like, oh, can I help you look when, do you have anything in mind? Or baby, she looked at me and she stayed right on her iPad. She didn't even like offer assistance. And y'all, this was like an upscale, like, furniture store, which I guess technically, you look at me and you think I don't have any business being there. I laughed about it, right? But I was just like, oh, she doesn't feel like I belong here, because had it been somebody else that didn't, I guess, look like me or wasn't dressed like me, she probably would have come right to them. But I didn't go in there for her to help me. I went in there to look at these pieces of furniture and pillows that costed $200, and I was like, "Oop, I want that on my couch," and "Ooh, I want that on my dining room table." Because oh, come on, Lord, I started telling myself yesterday. I said, I'm gonna go in these places that I've never would have gone in before, because I never felt like I can imagine that I can have it. What would you do? What kind of house would you have if money was never an issue? What kind of furniture would you have? What would your closet look like? I went in Nordstrom, y'all. I've never been in Nordstrom before. But yesterday I walked through Nordstrom and I just looked at some stuff and I was just like, oh, it's not really my style, right? But I was just like, oh, this is cool. What kind of stores would you shop at if money was not an issue? Hey, honey, if money wasn't an issue, right? That's the kind of mindset that the Lord is encouraging us to cultivate. If money was not an issue, if the Lord said you can have whatever house you want, you can have whatever kind of closet you want, you can have whatever kind of car you want, go start picking out some stuff. People be like, oh, don't, what I'm saying, oh, that's materialistic, this, that, and the third. Well, you ain't gonna go pick out no closet to live in. You ain't gonna say, well, I that's the problem with people now. That's why we don't have imaginations, y'all. Be careful of people telling you that you should not want nice things. You're not making money your master. You're not coveting money. You're not doing any of that, because the Lord is going to supply everything you need. But if all your life you've never been exposed to nice things, you've never had nice things, and then you have people who are continuing to tell you, oh, you shouldn't want that because that's worldly. Well, why should I want to continue to live in a world where I'm seeing everybody else? That's what leads to the wrong kind of spirit, y'all. If you see someone with a house and you want to be a homeowner, should you not be looking at houses and saying, "Ooh, that's a beautiful home"? You're not coveting someone's home, but if no one in your family has ever been a homeowner, because a lot of you are going to be the first homeowners in your family. If no one has ever been a homeowner, why would you not be looking at all these beautiful houses and saying to yourself, I could have that house if I want to. I could have a house like that if I want to. I can have a beach house if I want to. I can shop in this store if I want to. This is why we have a lack of imagination as adults. This is why it's so hard for us to truly bring in and understand the inheritance, the unlimited wealth, and the abundance that the Lord has for us. Because at every turn, someone's trying to press our imagination down to try to keep us. Because one minute someone telling you it's bad, oh, you envious, you jealous. No, I'm not. But if I see a nice house, that's a beautiful home. I can have a home like that. If we can, that's why it's so important, y'all. You know where it's going to come from. Everything that you receive, the abundance comes from the Lord, the wealth to create, to build, To have everything you need comes from the Lord. This is why, but this is also what keeps us so held back and so restricted, y'all. So please be mindful. Don't be afraid to dream of that dream house, dream of that dream car. If you're not telling yourself you can have better things, guess what? You'll never have better things. And I'm not the one that's going to tell you, do you think that I want to continue to live the life I'm living? No. So what do? You have to believe a thing before you receive it. You have to believe that you can have that house. You have to believe that you can own that car. You have to believe that you can build that business. You can't receive it until you believe it. So if you see something and you want it, then you tell yourself that you're going to have it, that it's already yours. And don't let anybody try to tell you that you're wrong for believing that you can have more than what you already have. The Lord didn't want us to be down here poor, broken, struggling, y'all. That is not the life he destined for us. Look at the Bible. Look at how Solomon, he gave wealth. Abraham was wealthy. Joseph was wealthy. Jacob was wealthy. He gave them everything that they wanted, y'all. So don't let nobody, Christian, non-Christian, Bible reader, non-Bible reader, the only way to have something, the first step is believing that God will give it to you, believing that you deserve it, and then you have to believe that you can have it as well. So this is I don't know, child, they coming through about imagination today, and just believing and dreaming, even if it seems impossible, because I understand it, because it's so hard for us to believe that we can have the thing. Like we don't have to keep living the same life. If you want a new place, go look and go pick out the neighborhood where you go pick out your house. Go pick out the lot where you want your house built. Go start doing things like that, and start putting yourself into the life that you want to have, not the life that you're currently living. Because where you're living now, what you're living now, if you're not happy with it, it's a lie. It's a lie. There's abundance waiting for you. There's more waiting for you. We have to step into it. And that means believing in it, believing in the Lord to provide it for us. What else? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, next card to come out. Things working in your favor, lucky moment, phase, or situation, fate, destiny, change. Telling y'all, this is what they're heavy on today. They're coming through a lot with this is the moment of truth, right? This is the moment of believing. That's two decks, y'all. That's the moment. Look at what y'all. I cannot make this up. Now I just picked this up, and there was two decks, and I had to split them. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. Let me plug my phone up, because we finna be dead on the air. Look, this don't feel like it's gonna be much longer. Child, a mess. That's why y'all been talking to me so much about that over the last couple days, because it's about believing. The same thing we just got. It's about believing and changing and believing. If you don't believe in the Lord and that he can change your fortunes and make things happen for you, it'll never happen, y'all. It'll never happen. So today we making a commitment that we're believing in things changing for us today, not tomorrow, today. And don't worry, you did the best you could with what you had. Look what was under that, y'all. The Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, financial freedom. This is amazing. Somebody got a major change coming in. We receive it. Look, Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Let me shuffle these. What, like, this is new money energy. Child, you best to believe. I believe in everything the Lord wants me to have. I don't care how crazy it sounds. How you gonna have a $2 million beach house? I don't know, but the Lord gonna give me one. I don't know. That's how that. Yep. Why? Because I want it. Because I want it. I don't want a mansion. It's just me. I'm by myself. I don't want a mansion. What I want a mansion for? I don't want to be in a big old house by myself. So that's not what I desire to have. I just want my nice little beach house apartment where I can wake up to the sun all day with the natural lighting everywhere, all windows on every wall. Like, that's what I want. So you don't be afraid to ask the Lord for what you want. Independent, freedom, be yourself, authenticity. There could be a sudden change or upheaval that's happening for somebody, a change in your fortunes, a change in your fate. This feels lucky, though. And yep, we got to release some things in order to receive some things. So don't be afraid to release what is no longer serving you, what is no longer for your highest good, what is not meant to go in this next cycle. Like we said, just release it, child, with love, light, and healing energy. with gratitude. Like, I'm so grateful for every experience, every person. I'm grateful for the people. I think I said this yesterday. Everybody who started with you ain't gonna finish with you, and everybody who finished with you ain't gonna start with you. Okay. Yes, he's gonna provide everything. Look, the magician at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else. Ooh. And the cards is jumping and expeditiously at that. We have the Knight of Wands is coming in next, y'all. So the Lord is getting ready to show out. Message we receive. What? That's a laugh. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a moment. And expeditiously at that. This could be knowledge, wisdom, because this is clarifying the knowledge card. Something's coming in fast. This could be a change in fortunes, finances. Like, there may be some of y'all might have to take quick action on something. You may learn something. Let's say it's like an opportunity, right? And you may be like, you'll see it as soon as you see it. If you feel called to take that opportunity, or if it's just like, if you hear that nudge that says like this is for you, you need to believe that, okay, and step into it, because it feels like this is going to be a pivotal point, a key moment. What y'all said? Yep, and it's a change in your destiny, y'all. You got to learn how to follow those little intuitive nudges. We don't catch all of them. I know I don't. We don't catch every message. I don't hear everything, or sometimes I turn left when I'm supposed to turn right. So, but if it's for you, it's not going to pass you by. So it's going to come back. So if you keep seeing, it's kind of like me. I kept telling the Lord, I was like, Daddy, you keep bringing me to a very specific part of town. You keep bringing me to a certain place. And then sure enough, I end up right next to a building that has a number on it that I've been receiving consistently. So it's stuff like that that I just be like, you can't make it up, y'all. Like, I can't make up the fact that I keep getting the number 916, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting next to a building with the number 916 on it. Like, how did I end up in that specific spot? It's stuff like that, y'all. And I be telling y'all, because I'm like, man, I can't make this up. That's why I show y'all, like, y'all, I wrote this down on such and such day, and then on today, the Lord, and I don't know how I ended up. How random is it? I'm sitting next to a building. It's not random. The Lord said, okay, yeah, this is where you're supposed to be today. For what? I don't know, but it's just like different things. Like, I literally, y'all, I came to one part of town and I was like, well, Lord, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be over here. And then no sooner than I said that, I go on Instagram, and there was a person whose last name was the same as the city that the message the Lord had just sent me to. I can't make this up, y'all. So it's stuff like that. Like, as you're becoming more, hey, ma, like, your spirit names. And guess what is clarifying? I can't make this up, y'all. The same card, my mama, number 19. Okay. So your spirit names are leading, guiding, and directing you. Thank you, Ma, into the places that you need to be, the relationships, the new beginnings, like they, and they gonna come through and confirm, just like my mama did 2 times. Yeah, we said what we said. We heard your prayers. We noted your prayers. What did this say? Number 19. You asked for a miracle, and we have noted your request. My God, I receive it. If you, this is where your spirit hymns work, y'all. They gonna come through. The Lord is going to give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. Psalms 91:11. He is going to come through, and they're going to confirm, like, yep, here we go. We right here. Yep, we heard what you prayed about last night. Yep, we heard what you prayed about today. They're going to show up, and they're going to keep on letting you know that you're supported, you're being guided, you're being led into new lands, into new territories. The Lord he's sending you help. That's what they're giving me. He's sending you help. Whatever it is that you need, whatever the answers is. Some of us, it's knowledge. It's whatever you're praying for. Message. It's whatever you're praying for. The resources that you need. I told Lord just last night, I had a moment. I kind of was like, man, again, looking at these same places, and I was just like, you know what? I was was like, man, I don't even know how I could ever. And the Lord stopped me. And he was like, you know what? He was like, you don't have to message. You don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. You just let me worry about that, because it has to be God. It will not be touche that will make any of this happen, y'all, because I don't have the capability at this time. I don't have it. And I don't have the resources. I don't have the credit. I don't have any of that kind of stuff that's needed. And it kind of, because I got a little discouraged because I looked up the building, right? And I was like, oh, okay. And so you start looking at what's required, blah, 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 blah. And the Lord came through just that quick. And he said, is there anything impossible for me? Is there anything too hard for me? Y'all, there's nothing that the Lord cannot do. When he's ready for you to have that miracle, he is going to make it happen. And you're not going to be able to explain it. You're going to be like, what? Because there's no way that some of you, the Lord is getting ready to help you with something that has to be God, because there's no way that you can do it on your own. It's what I've been a testimony to this entire year. There's no way I could do it on my own. There's no way that I could have done what I've done without the Lord. There's no way that you can start this business without the Lord. It's why it's so important to listen to what it is that he's saying and giving them the wisdom about the knowledge, the insight, the understanding that you need. When you're just like it said in Exodus, that's the last one we read, so that's the one that's most familiar. Message, when the Lord says, I will send my angel before you, he is the representative. He's speaking on my behalf. Obey the angel of the Lord, because I'm telling him to tell you what to do. Okay, so that's why I'd be like, thank you, Ma, thank y'all, because I don't know what to do, but Spirit Nim is up there rocking with Padre God Nim. So yeah, I'm going to listen when these angels are telling me what to do. Why? Because I don't know what to do. And so if when the Lord speaks something into your spirituals, or he's giving you these guardians and these guides in order to help you, we got to listen, y'all, because you're praying for answers. And they're like, we hear you. You just got to trust that you're being divinely guided. But baby, I can't do it. This victory that's coming, this is all God. This is nothing. There's nothing that I am doing. There is nothing that I am enacting. There is nothing that I am doing on my own. Every single thing that I'm doing is with God, is because of God. It is because he is doing it. He is using me to do it. Just like he comes on here and gives me these words to say, y'all, yeah, I know what I know, but the Lord gives me the words to tell y'all for what you need to receive today. I can't do that on my own. I don't know what you need spoken into your life on any given day. He gives me the cards, I give the message that he tells me to give. That's just it, y'all, because he knows what you need to hear at the time that you need to hear it. And I received this myself, because this the thing, y'all, we all praying for message. We all praying for something different. We all need help in a different area of our lives. But the same wisdom and the same knowledge still applies no matter where you are in your life. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The Lord with for humans, it's impossible. With God, all things are possible. Okay, what else, y'all? Child, listen. Claim the victory. 3 of Pentacles coming out next. So claim the victory and it's yours. This is graduation, y'all. I told you we're beginning a new cycle. And this is never about money, but this is about understanding where, of course, the money will come from. Money is just a tool to help us live a better life, to help us help other people, y'all. But having money doesn't mean that you're successful, because as you know, you can have plenty money. Okay, come on, Plies. I got plenty money. Y'all so foolish. Come on, shout out, Plies. What's in my pocket, dog? Big face honeys. Everybody ain't looking for money, okay? Went to the mall, bought everything that I wanted. That's why y'all said that, huh? Because I just told y'all I went to the mall and I started pricing stuff that I wanted. Child, I'm gonna have to go listen to that song. That's gonna be my motivational for today. What's in my pocket? Big face honeys. Went to the mall, bought everything that I wanted. Anyway, what else? Y'all is foolish. Y'all see how Spirit Neon, that's how they do. That's how they do. whatever you need to know, whatever they gonna give you the answers. They gonna give you what you need to inspire you to go get creative. Go get it. I say go get it, right? They like go get it because you can have it. Okay. And this is taking the first steps with the Empress at the bottom of the deck. We done. Like, I don't know. Let's get some clarity cards because this is just the first step. What's gonna be the first step? What's gonna be the first step? Believing you can have it, believing that you can create it, believing that you can build it, believing that your money's going to grow. Affirm it, okay? Affirm it to yourself. I'm going to pull that one. Affirm it. I am worthy. I am abundant. I am enough. I am growing. I am successful. Affirm it and believe that you can have all of these things. Believe that you can give birth to that business. Believe that you can elevate. Believe that you can grow. Believe that you got plenty of money. Believe that you can have the house. Believe that you can have the child. Believe that the Lord is going to provide you all of these things, the desires of your heart. It's scriptures all through the word that's going to tell you the Lord will call to me and he's going to give you the desires of your heart. What do you truly want? What do you truly want, Touche? I told him, he said, I told wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Okay, you know what he did? He said, go start reading the book of Proverbs. I read like 9 chapters of Proverbs last night. So when you ask the Lord for something, he's going to lead you and guide you into the place that you need. He's going to bring the connections. He's going to bring it in. He's going to give you what you need to create. He's hearing your prayers. And sometimes we feel like he's not because things aren't happening in our timing, but they happen, and y'all, it really is happening. So some of you, this is your new cycle. You just got to believe it to receive it. Believe it to receive it. That's so funny. I literally said this prayer in the message earlier that I said. I was like, Father, give me the strength, the wisdom, and the understanding to do the things you put me here to do. Help me to lead, guide, and serve in a way that pleases you, right? That's the prayer and it's so funny because that's the prayer that he literally told me to start praying in the mornings, instead of the one I was saying before. That's why he created that prayer, because it's like the wisdom, the guidance, and the understanding, the strength, the wisdom, the understanding, right? Because it's so much bigger than just wisdom. It's like you got to understand the wisdom that you're receiving as well, because you can have wisdom, but a lack of understanding means you're going to still have bad judgment, right? If you don't understand how to apply the wisdom, how to when to apply certain things in your life, then having wisdom and not applying it correctly leaves you in the same position you were already in. So, okay, what else? Transformation. Okay, come on, Spirit at the bottom of the deck. So endings and beginnings, life and death, ascension, rebirth. We are creating a new version of ourselves, and that's it. The old us is transforming, and we are moving into new seasons of ourselves. Period. Bars. A new season of self. A new season of self. We ain't got time. We left the old self in the last season. Period. And we're always evolving, we're always growing, we're always elevating. Every day you become a different version of yourself. Speak up. Communication, your prayers are being heard. That's the first thing we had, and this is up here with this. We heard your prayers. So some of you could be expecting an email. I don't know, there may be some financial opportunity that's coming in for some of y'all. Text, talk, email, communication, this could be coming in really quickly for some of y'all. Just saying, if you've applied for something, or maybe you may get they just said rapid response. Child, that sounds like the medical field. An a rapid response, or RRT. Anyway, I don't know. What else? I'm coming out. Some of y'all, yeah, this is like independence, financial freedom, success, victory, yeah, material security, confidence, achievements. What else? In my spirituals, intuition, gut feelings, inner knowing, trust yourself, psychic insights. Look, that's coming up with the Tower. What, like an awakening? just learning to trust yourself more, trusting you. Somebody's definitely getting the wisdom to create wealth. Knowledge to the Nine of Pentacles, to in my spirituals, you're definitely receiving wisdom to help you build something, to start something. I don't know, some of you, maybe you've already started, but you're receiving the next step, the next piece of information that's necessary. Maybe you're studying, maybe you're learning from someone. I don't know. If you feel like you need a mentor, then definitely seek or search one out. If you need a coach, or look, pay attention to the signs flipped upside down. I don't know how, but what else? Important information that is coming through. Obedience, contracts, careful observation. Important. Yeah, somebody's getting, pay attention to your emails. Just somebody might be receiving some unexpected communication. The Tower card and the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to help you take a step. It's going to help you move forward. Like the Lord is moving somebody forward. He is moving you forward into this next cycle. Told y'all, if you don't take the step, the Lord will push you. And so that's why he's encouraging you to go ahead and take the step so that he doesn't have to push you, because that push is sometimes what makes us feel like discombobulated, right? Because then it feels like it's like, OMG, I wasn't ready. But the Lord's like, no, you've been ready. Maybe you were procrastinating or hesitant, but you know what? You know everything that you need to know. In this cycle, you graduated from Three of Pentacles. So this is what's happening. Like they're just confirming, like, listen, you're ready for this. And maybe you don't feel like you are, but the Lord is like, no, you're ready. You're ready for what's coming. And so it feels like he's gonna open this door, this opportunity. Whatever you've been praying about, that's funny. I just paid attention to this prayer. Whatever you've been praying about, he heard you, and he's finna start, like, you start to see manifestation happen. You're gonna start seeing, just like your value just went up. They just said that. That's one of the cards in the ClariTEA's Real deck. They showed me a diamond. So some of y'all, this is like, I don't know, forged under pressure, but baby, you came out a diamond. So just remember that. Remember that. Protection at the bottom of the deck, winning. That's it. I think that's it. Anything else, y'all? Ancestors, and we just got, like, your ancestors already said they're walking with you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a fit. Somebody finna get a win. I don't know, but I'm excited because it feels like, I don't know, victorious, winning, like celebration, a big win, promotion, elevation. It's like finally the win you've been waiting for. Finally, after feeling like everything, it takes a while, y'all. It's divine timing. It's just divine timing. Okay. So, but it's coming. Here we go. Final words of guidance. 2020 that is coming in. Y'all, OMG. I cannot make this up. Shine bright like a diamond. Told you, they just showed me a diamond and then the card came up. Y'all so funny. You are gaining understanding. This is a test of faith. It literally says that on there. Y'all so funny. Shine bright like a diamond, forged under pressure, right? So just know that, okay? So that may be a number that you're seeing as well. You're ready. You're ready. And look, we talked about the testing season as well. Whatever it is, it feels like you were already victorious. So now get ready to receive what you've been looking for. Okay. The answers you've been looking for. 111. Trust yourself. Keep the faith. What else? Y'all, I receive it. Deuteronomy 1:11, 1,000-fold blessings. So some of you may be receiving 1,000-fold blessings. Lord, I receive it. I receive it. I even told the Lord, I was like, Dad, I just want you to bless the work of my hands. I just want you to use the cards that you've inspired me to create, the merchandise. I just want you to use that to be a blessing, to help people on their path to freedom, y'all. To help people put their path put you on the path to freedom. That's all these cards do. Help you start thinking for yourself, believing in yourself, believing in your own spirituals and intuition. 1213, someone definitely may be moving. Okay, someone may be moving. Relocation, come on, entering the promised land. I receive it. My God, receiving fame and recognition. If that's what you want, the Lord will give you that too. If you want to be known, if you want fame and recognition, then say that. Okay, the Lord, he knows what's in your heart. You can't hide it from him. Okay. 1143, I think we had this card yesterday. Well, they said it's a point in everything. You will be victorious. Why? Because Jesus walks with you. And we had the victorious card that came out as well. So you will be victorious. You have to believe it and then receive it. Okay, y'all giving that. Told y'all, stop, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, right? They continue to show them because they need you to know that you're going to be victorious. You've already created that cycle. Like this season, you can't lose. Like you can't lose. Jesus walks with you. Declare success in your life. What else? This is this is beautiful, y'all. We receive this. What else? Don't beat yourself up for what you would like, child. You didn't make any mistakes. As long as you learn something from it and you know you're not gonna go back in the same direction. Okay, what else? Number 33, receiving messages from the divine, passing on your knowledge. And we have the knowledge card that's out here as well, spirituality. So some of you may begin speaking about your lessons, the things that you have experienced to help others, to be a blessing to other people. So don't be afraid to share your wisdom, your knowledge, your story, your testimony, because some of y'all got some testimonies you sitting on, baby, and the people that you could help, because there are some things that y'all have gone through that some of us couldn't even imagine. So don't be afraid to share your story in whatever way you see that you need to do that. Okay. um You've learned the lessons, so we're releasing this 15-15 cycle. Okay, someone obsessed mind control, baby. We are free. Didn't I do when I just talking about freedom? Thank y'all. It's like, no, we free people over here, and I'm so grateful that y'all allow me to help y'all on y'all's journey to freedom and trusting yourself and trusting in the Lord. Okay, that's it. I'm done. 000. A new chapter begins. Starting over. Take a leap of faith. Okay, taking a leap of faith. That's it, y'all. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Um, this is beautiful. So y'all spirit names just coming through heavy today with the word to let you know, like, listen, we heard you. Sometimes y'all, it's hard. Like I'm not here to try to tell y'all that it's all sunshine and rainbows while you're waiting on the Lord to come through on his promise. But one thing he's gonna do is come through on his promise. Okay. He is going to come through on his promise. What he said he was going to do, he is going to do. Jared, please check your email, dearest one. I emailed you yesterday. Thank you for every one of y'all for showing up today. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to pour into you. Thank y'all for your testimonies. A lot of you have reached out to me in the last week or so, and just your testimonies that you've given. I'm so grateful, y'all. I'm so grateful that y'all allow me to be a messenger in your life, that you trust the message, the guidance that the Lord allows me to give to y'all. I am truly grateful. So, and yesterday somebody had me tearing up. Okay, had me crying. I was sitting, I don't even know what I was doing. And I ended up reading that message and I was just like, man, because I don't really think about it, right? I'm just coming to try to give you encouragement, to try to help you, to let you know, like, man, you ain't out here by yourself. Like, I'm here. We in this thing together. We out here thugging it out, right? We thugging it out in the wilderness. And so I'm so grateful for your testimonies and just for you allowing me to speak into your life, because it's a privilege, because you can't listen to everyone. You can't trust everyone's guidance. So I'm grateful for y'all allowing me to speak into your life and be a blessing and encouragement, to help motivate you to keep going and pursuing your own dreams and what you're passionate about, building your relationship with the Lord, of course. And that is truly a blessing. That is truly a blessing. So I thank y'all for that. Thank you for continuing to show up, right? Thank you as I'm building and growing in my own relationship with the Lord. Thank y'all for continuing to support me. I would not be doing this if y'all didn't show up. I'm so grateful all the time. I'm grateful for y'all allowing me to be a part of your lives and your journey. Okay, that's it, y'all. Hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say a gratitude. Make sure you get on the email list. I'm giving away a couple of decks this week, so make sure you get on the email list. 336tarot and oracle@gmail.com. Y'all like the live, share the love. Make sure you fill your day with gratitude today. Go have a great and amazing day in purpose and on purpose. And I will see y'all in the morning for numbers. I'm gonna get it right. I'm still trying to put us in Leviticus, but for numbers chapter 7 and 8.